Our natural world is composed of intricate forms, climate alterations, and rhythmic cycles that all coexist to create functionality and harmony. But how can these naturalistic elements be applied to architecture? Today, we will be exploring Hiroshi Sambuichi's Naoshima Hall, a community center building completed in 2015. It is located on Naoshima Island, Japan, in a small town called Hanmura Village. The island became prosperous due to it being a hub for salt production factories from the 17th to 19th centuries. Today, it contains an abundance of shrines, temples, and houses dating back to that time period. Through studying the history of the site and reviewing old maps, Hiroshi discovered that all of the buildings were oriented in the same direction, with a terrace or garden at each end, north and south of the property. As the island is surrounded by mountains and it is shaped as a fan, the airflow travels from north to south. Orienting buildings in this way maximizes the ventilation of them. In addition to this, there is an abundance of underground water in the site that is used to promote the cooling of the building. All of these unique aspects were carefully considered when Naoshima Hall was being designed. So Naoshima Hall includes a set of buildings that were designed for an island-wide project called the Naoshima Plan. This plan aimed to establish an environmentally responsible community, and Naoshima Hall would become the center of activity on the island. The main hall contains a large gathering space that is approximately 32 meters in length and 13 meters in height. The large open space is approximately 980 square meters in total.
The interior of the main hall has a large open floor plan to allow the building to be used for a variety of different functions, while the meeting hall includes a kitchen and space for games and a variety of other activities. When designing the Naoshima Hall, Sambuichi was inspired to make use of both the wind and the underground water that were available on the island. Therefore, he designed the roof in the Iramoya style, a typical style for the area, and gave it a hip and gable roof. The hip roof slopes down on all four sides, and the gable is integrated into two sides opposite each other. This allows for the wind to pass through the roof structure and provide natural ventilation for the entire hall. Airflow is generated by the pressure difference created as the air passing through becomes compressed at the gable openings. As well, a skylight was added at the top of the hip roof. The shape and angle of the skylight creates stable negative pressure, which allows for air movement in the space. The floor is made of natural cypress boards surrounded by narrow bands of tataki, which are traditional floors made of a mix of pounded mud and bittern, which is extracted in local salt production. Underneath the floor and the building, they incorporated an underground breeze and duct system. There are vents that open to the outside in each corner of the building to allow for air circulation, even when all the windows and doors are closed. The walls are timber-framed mud walls, which have inset glass windows at the tops. The south side, however, has floor-to-ceiling windows and a simple wooden frame called hinoki. The ceiling is made with an interesting curvature and is finished with a lime-based plaster called shikui, which reflects and diffuses the natural light. This is able to illuminate the entire building without any artificial light fixtures. The building is surrounded and framed by landscape covered in moss, which protects the building from high tides and minimizes temperature fluctuations in the hall due to the stable underground temperatures. The roof matches the slope of the hills and almost blends into the landscape around.
Naoshima Hall greatly impacts the community and honors its cultural heritage and history. It is a building that stands as an element of nature in harmonious coexistence with its site.
それと同じように僕の建築を見ると、こっちから風が吹くのか、こっちから太陽が出てくるのか、こういう形で水を避けるようになっていくのかっていうのが、植物と同じようにその地球のその場所にある。そうなっている建物は僕は地球の一部だと思っている。